Hey, what's going on? This is Arturio, aka Arturio55, aka Brother Art. This video is for those of you who may have found my channel and are a little confused as to why you see a lot of the videos here that you may have seen on other YouTube channels, specifically ATM Fox and a few that were on the All Time Media page. So, if anyone hasn't been able to deduce this by now, I am the one who was behind the majority of the videos on ATM Fox's page. I was the camera guy. I was the editor, producer. I funded a lot of this stuff. That's not to take away from what he has accomplished in his own right and what he did with All Time Media. I won't speak on what may or may not have occurred with him and Ree. It's not my place to really touch on those subjects, and I'll leave that up to them if they want to address that sometime in the future. I am privy to everything that occurred and directly involved in it, I'll say. But there may be some chance of reconciliation between them, and time will tell how that turns out. With that being said, after their split, I started working with ATM Fox exclusively. Now, he's somebody I grew up with. We're damn near family. I've known him 20 plus years. You can figure out means I've known him most of my life. You know, we were toddlers damn near running around. Once I seen that he had, a good thing going with All Time Media, I contacted him and initially was just like, hey, look, I've got some information, some knowledge about cameras. I know this, I know that. I love what you guys are doing because I was also cool with Ree. I love what you guys are doing, and there's so much potential here. You have a good thing going in a market that's not really saturated. So from what I'm seeing online, a lot of it is mid. A lot of it is low quality. A lot of it is just trash in general. And the majority of the viewership is watching all that stuff because it's what exists. If the field is trash, it's not going to take much to excel above average. And he understood that at the time. So the initial conversations were, hey, I can give you some information. What are you using to shoot? What equipment are you interested in? What do you use to edit? He's immediately like, yo, honestly, we just shooting the stuff on our phones. I can't edit, blah, 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 blah. So I say, all right, well, hey, look, I've been getting into videography and cinematography. This is what I know. I've been working on building my repertoire. So let me give you a little bit of information that I have that you could utilize. So I don't know, I'm telling him, again, this is the initial conversation. This is sometime last year, early last year maybe. At the time, I might have been in rehab because I had a drug court stint up in North Jersey that I had to, go pay my debt to society or whatever they like to say. So I'm contacting him and just giving him information. Yo, if you can afford this, this, and that, you'll be able to do this, this, and that. But if you can't do that, then these are some cheaper options that you might be able to work with. And the conversations are going back and forth, and he's, taking heed to a lot of my advice. And he's like, I like that, I like this, thank you for this. And then as time goes on, a month or two goes by, and I'm just like, hey, where are we? Like, have you figured anything out, what you might want to do, what you're interested in? And I'm seeing that his videos are still the same quality they had been at the time. So he's just like, honestly, bro, I ain't got it right now. I can't work that into a budget, etc. They just can't. He wasn't able to up the production level at the time. So once I come home, I contact him because I immediately just started to accumulate all the gear that I had been interested in. So it's, hey, if you're not able to acquire any of this stuff yet, I am procuring all of it. Let me help you. Let me assist you. I think when I did the first video I did with them was the Dami interview. Just contacted him, hey, let's meet up. I'll work with you. You had I don't know, at the time it might have been 120,000 subscribers. I really don't know. But the goal was, yo, if I can help y'all excel to 1 million, we gonna, blow this out of the water, and I will teach you everything I know so that when you do have the money to acquire the gear, you know how to use it. I can take my step back and you guys flourish and go do whatever it is you want. push the channel to whatever levels it can go. He agrees at first. So that's what the premise is. I ask for nothing in return, no money, no credit, nothing. The situation between him and Ree transpires. Whatever happens with that happens. ATM Fox is now on his own. I tell him, since you are no longer a part of All Time Media, I will dedicate all of my time and resources to helping you. Let's get the new channel popping. At the time of the new channel, he had it for about a year, maybe. It was his personal YouTube page that he never really posted on. He had one interview on there. It was an interview of some guy named Shizzy. He had 120 subscribers on there. 126, I think. Luckily, at that point in time, we had the Jessica Jordan interview, which I believe is the best interview of this nature. Not just on ATM Fox's page or the All Time Media page, but you look at any of the competition or anyone else in this industry or this realm, the Jessica Jordan interview to me is top 3. It is amazing. Blew that out of the water. So that video, me and him had already done and had it in the tuck. So he's like, hey, this is going to be the first video I post on a new channel. I tell him that's cool. Take down that Shizzy one. Let's get a brand new start. I am going to be working with you exclusively on this stuff. I will treat it as damn near a full-time job. You're no longer with All Time Media and you won't be receiving any compensation from that channel anymore. So let's just start afresh. Me and you, we going to rock out. I'm going to rock with you. He says, cool. He offers me a 50-50 split initially. Hey, we can break this down, bust it right down the middle. Whatever you want, you'll get. I say, bro, I ain't even worried about the money right now. We can discuss splits at a later date. Right now, the goal is to be the best. I live an hour and a half from here. I live down in Cape May County, New Jersey. He lives about a half hour from Kensington. Once we start working, I'm driving up from here to Kensington, which is about close to a 2-hour trip if you're going, a straight drive there. He's letting me know what days he wants to go shoot. I'm hopping in the car with a close friend of mine who is riding up there with me. And the first 2 times we meet there, we shoot, etc. It is what it is. After the first 2, maybe 3 times we meet him in Kensington, he contacts me and says, hey, do you think maybe you can pick me up? I said, sure, it's on the way. Cool, no problem. I'll come get you. So we start driving, picking him up on the way. Then we go to Kensington to go shoot. At no point do I ask him for gas money, toll money. I don't ask to be compensated for my work. We continuously shoot. Time goes by, Christmas comes and goes, New Year comes and goes. We're working a lot. Rack up 21 interviews collectively. Not all of them are out. A couple of them I still have on the hard drive. The one playing on TV right now, the Caitlyn interview, was one of those that I shot. 20 interviews. We go out there. Sometimes we get 1 interview. Sometimes we get 2. But, there's been various trips. Sometimes it's just a waste of time in general. For 2 months, I'm out there shooting with him consistently. I come home. I'm editing videos. I'm editing log footage. There's 2 cameras, 4K footage. I have various streams of audio because the camera has its own audio. I'm using wireless microphones. I'm EQing things. I'm color grading, chopping videos up, extensive editing work. Taking up most of my free time, which I don't mind. I don't complain about. 2 months of this though, and I'm happily doing it. Throughout this 2-month span, me and him bump heads on small little things that don't really matter and shouldn't be that big of a deal, but they become big deals. I can tell he's just so used to just being the kid on YouTube that just treats it as such, just YouTube. My consistent point that I am trying to drive home is, bro, I am trying to be the best. I am here contributing so that you can be the best, so this channel can be the best. You were kicked off of All Time Media and left to the streets. You don't know how to edit. You don't have a camera. You don't even have a computer to upload. I will contribute everything that I can to help you flourish. I'm shooting for free, editing for free, driving to pick you up. I'm spending money on gas. I'm spending money on tolls. It gets to the point where I am even spending money on the interviews themselves. I think the $10 is a slap in the face. Granted, the people on the streets might abuse the money if they were given more, but that's not my concern. I feel as though they are deserving of much more, especially if the production gets to a certain level. I know if I'm on the streets and somebody offers me $10 to be in a video, I'm going to get offended. And that occurs a few times, but that is another topic for another day and not really pertinent to the conversation at hand. My point is, I am contributing money, time, effort, energy, And I'm walking around Kensington with, I don't really want to put a number on this stuff, but anyone who knows how to use Google, I'm using 2 Sony cameras, an FX3 and an A7R5. I may as well put this in the video because I'm somebody who likes to share information anyways. So anyone curious as to what equipment has been used, may as well tell him, which was also inevitably in one of the back and forths me and him had. He didn't want to let people know what equipment was being used. I don't know if he was trying to hoard that information. And don't get me wrong, this is not a dialogue of me trying to kick his back in or make him look bad. Because again, I do have nothing but love for him, but I need to get this information out there so that when I start moving the way I'm going to start moving, I don't need or want anyone to look negatively upon me. I came into this with nothing but the best intentions. I wanted to help him become the best street interview channel, period. I know a lot of people look up to the Soft White Underbelly. You know, the guys in the fancy studio, tucked away. The set is the exact same every time. I've always had aspirations to just do amazing things. So I look at what is out there and how it can all be improved on. I have my own visions in my own head that I want to execute on. And go check the videos. I mean, if they're still up at this point, I have sent out copyright submissions so that the videos on ATM Fox's page can be taken down, because inevitably we just cannot see eye to eye, and I'll get back to that in a second. But if you go and check the comments under some of those videos, you will see people had nothing but amazing things to say. That the quality of the videos are insanely high. People are saying this is the best footage they've ever seen on YouTube. It's movie quality, it's Netflix quality, it's HBO quality. It's work that I was immensely proud of. Granted, a lot of the people in the comments thought it was all ATM Fox is doing, and not one time did he ever give me recognition for it, but I didn't care, and I still kind of don't, because again, I wasn't doing this for validation or any type of notoriety or recognition. It is what it is. I didn't care who thought what was. I was cool being the behind the scenes guy, just being a part of something that was dope, something that was amazing, you know? It was cool being able to work on this stuff, put it out into the world, and just see what came with it. See how, you know, people appreciated it and what it was able to do for people. You know, there's a lot of former addicts and current addicts who watch this stuff and they ingest it, and it helps them keep moving. And I was cool with that. I was quiet. Just edited my little heart away, had my fun. The Mia Bella interview is on now. It was a good thing. But again, there were just consistent issues. Not only did I want to be the best, I was trying to maneuver this space as a business entity. And that's one of the issues we were having. There were just times where we would just have back and forths and have arguments and debates. And I'm just trying to convey to him, bro, just maneuver better, you know? Treat this shit like a business. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? And he's just telling me, oh, that doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. I'm the one who had 160,000 subscribers on the all-time media page. Art, you don't know what you're talking about. You're new to this. And I'm trying to tell him, I'm not new to none of this shit. Granted, I didn't have a YouTube page with 160,000 subscribers, but it's not because I wasn't able to do it. I just didn't do it. I have an extensive knowledge when it comes to streaming stuff. And I'm a child of the internet, you know? All I do is research stuff. Hundreds of hours of research into cameras. I actually have college classes, not college classes, but I have done courses about camera stuff. I own the cameras. I know what I'm doing. Obviously, if you go check the comments under the other videos, there's dozens, hundreds of people maybe, commenting about how good the videos I produce are. I'm the one choosing the locations to shoot. I selected more than a handful of the interviews that we did. I'm the one walking around Kensington for several hours making note of what lights are where. And so once we find somebody and he says, yo, you want to do, no, I'm telling him, nah, let's go over here to this spot that I saw earlier. Go down this street, turn this corner. All right, I like the way this is. Let's have the sun in the background, the sun is setting, or nah, This spot, it wasn't what I thought. Let's go across the street. No, let's turn her around. Damn, the Sarah interview, the lights are changing a little too consistently. It's not what I expected it to be. Let's move her 30 feet down the sidewalk. Let's have this contrast and that lighting. Things, I'm the one that's choosing where we are shooting, what's in the background, what angle we are shooting from. Honestly, the only job he had was to show up. Be available, show up. Stand right here and ask your questions. That was his only task. His only job, honestly, was show up, ask your questions. Me and him are both walking around Kensington for hours on end, along with my friend, Carly. I'm not sure if she wants to be brought into this or not, but we're walking around for several hours at a time in the cold, walking around with $15,000 worth of equipment, putting my life at risk, putting my friend's life at risk, which that's not really too much of a point because I didn't necessarily care too much about that, but it's still a factor to take into consideration. Risking my equipment. We're all walking around for several hours at hand. The only thing that is required of him is, stand where I tell you to stand. That's it. And ask a couple questions for 20 minutes. I do everything else. I'm the one driving. I'm the one paying for the majority of stuff. He might spend $20 a day, 30 most for 2 or 3 interviews that we do. I'm covering everything else. I'm covering the expenses. I'm the one editing. I'm the one who has all of this equipment that is being utilized. I'm the one risking that equipment that's being utilized. I'm the one that's driving 4 hours round trip every time we need to shoot. I'm the one sitting at home for, 8-9 hours a day, going back and forth, coloring the footage, because it's all log footage. I'm applying LUTs and color grading and chopping stuff up, seeing what might work, what might not work, compressing videos after they get rendered just to see what colors are removed during the compression. Oh wow, I don't like how this looks after the compression. Let me go back in and change the saturation or change the contrast. Let me render it again and now compress it again. Anyone who's familiar with the technical side of video production will understand. This is not it's taxing work. It's very taxing work. And it was fun. Things were going well at first, but every step of the way there would just be new things to argue about. He doesn't think this interview is worth that. I say, cool, then I'll pay. There's people out there demanding more. I think this is a good interview. I don't think $10 is enough. All right, Art, well, you pay him. Okay, I happily will. Then he would have an issue with what I was paying them. One time I wanted to pay somebody $100 and he had an issue with it. He said, we can't contribute to their overdose. What makes you think they're going to overdose? Maybe they want to go buy some clothes or buy some food. They can overdose on the $10. But cool, let's not make them overdose. So what can we do? What are we going to do? God, it was just so frustrating. He's just telling me that I can't pay people certain things. I'm telling him, it has nothing to do with you, bro. Shut up and ask your questions when you're told to. Not to seem like I'm so much of an asshole, but what does that have to do with anything? So, aside from that, he just keeps wanting to upload his phone interviews, which I'm telling him, bro, there's no need to keep recording on your phone. We have all this equipment to be utilized. You are going to ruin the quality of the channel. You're going to jeopardize everything. If you want to go out there and shoot, just let me know. So there's times I hit him up. Hey, you want to go to Kensington to shoot today? He says, nah, I got to handle some stuff. I can't afford it right now. I'll let you know when I'm ready. I say, okay. The next day, he is uploading videos in Kensington. And I'm contacting him, bro, what? If you wanted to go shoot, you could have contacted me. We are now partners. Again, he is the one who offered me a 50-50 split. We are doing this collectively. If you're putting stuff out, don't even put it out. Contact me. Instead of going and shooting stuff in your phone microphone is busted for some reason. You're using the cheap Hollyland microphone that is also broken. I don't know what happened with that. But you don't have to record this bad quality stuff. We have all this equipment at our disposal. I have not asked him for a single thing. I have not asked him for $1 at this point. I'm working for free. I'm contributing all of my time and resources to this happily. So if you want to go record, don't go out there alone and use your phone. Just call me. I'll come. I've never turned him down. And that's where the issues start. Because after I conveyed this to him, I got to make money, bro. I got to do this. I got to do that. Don't do it at the expense of the channel. He just keeps putting out these phone videos. We argue about it. We both convey our points. We get past it. We work on some new stuff. Next thing I know, he does it again. He just continuously does it. We argue. He tells me that he needs stuff to put out. Otherwise, the algorithms will do this and that, and the channel won't be showing the attention that he wants it to be shown. And I tell him, bro, relax. We don't have to chase numbers right now. He says we do because he has stuff that he needs to be taken care of and he needs to make money and blah, 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 blah. One of the points that he keeps mentioning is that he wants to get to the same levels he was at with the other channel, with the all-time media channel. I tell him we are going to get there for sure. We're going to get past that. It's not going to be an overnight thing, but we'll get there. 160,000 subscribers, we can do it. My initial goal was to get the channel to 1 million. We'll get to 160, but let's not ruin the quality of the channel. Let's not compromise ourselves to get there. Let's not chase numbers. Let's just sit here, work, and put out amazing stuff. And I'm telling you, bro, this ain't even costing you anything. I understand that you need money and that you want to make money and blah, 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 and I'm telling him, what you were getting paid from the all-time media page ain't life-changing whatsoever. It's not... If that's what you want, it's not worth compromising us at all. I would have paid his salary at that point. If he wanted to chase that money that badly, I would have just given it to him. Yo, if that's what you need each month, take it. Let's not, come on. He couldn't understand that. He's looking at what he sees as the field and his peers, and he's trying to compete with them, number-wise. What I'm looking at as competition and the field is Mariana Van Zeller, her show Trafficked on National Geographic. I want high quality stuff that is pivotal, impactful. I want things to look amazing. I want to be able to help these people at the same time. I don't want it to seem like I just care about the quality of the stuff, but I do. Like, it's hard to act like I don't. I care too much about the stuff that I attach my name to. And that became one of my driving points in this long-term disagreement we end up having. Because every step of the way, he is he is actively compromising the channel, trying to chase a dollar, trying to chase numbers. And it was the most annoying thing to me. Because now, bro, I have contributed too much of this. I have people in my life that are watching and are aware. I'm in some of the videos. My name is attached to things. I don't want people seeing the low quality stuff and thinking that I may have had something to do with that. From a business sense, why would I? If the time ever comes to where I have to show my work and I say, yo, go look at the ATM Fox YouTube page, and the first several things they see are like bad, low quality stuff, they might think that was me. Well, I gotta go and say, explain to them, I didn't do those ones. I did these ones though. It's just hard to quantify. And I shouldn't even have to the bad stuff don't have to exist. Because again, bro, you can just call me and I'll come record. If there's ever a time where you don't have the money to pay for the interviews, I will cover it. I've done so multiple times without question. I'm quick to take, covering expense because I know that everyone's situations ain't the same. And I understand that. Luckily, I'm in a decent position to where I can, take care of things if necessary. So, I don't know. Eventually, it gets to a point where the conversations are primarily us going back and forth arguing. We'll stop arguing to go shoot, but now we're arguing about the content itself. We do the Mackenzie interview, and I tell him, hey, I'm working on an intro. I got this clip about religion, but I was considering using the clip of her crying as the intro, but I don't know. He cuts me off. Whoa, nope. Use a crying one. Go with it. And I said, nah, it's a little exploitative. I was leaning towards it because it is captivating, but I don't want to exploit the girl's pain. He's like, what do you mean exploit? And I'm trying to explain, well, she didn't even want to be on camera. I don't want to use that as the intro. And he just starts coming crazy at me. My line of questioning was, there was nothing wrong with what I said. She was willing to do the interview. That's not what I'm saying. I'm telling you, I don't want to use the intro. I don't want to use the clip of her crying as the intro. His response, again, was, there's nothing wrong with what I asked her. She agreed. It was okay. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm telling him, I understand that. Once again, my issue is not your line of questioning. My issue is using the clip of her crying as the intro. He starts lashing out at me, telling me, well, if you're coming crazy at me because of what I said, but if it was a woman asking her these questions, you wouldn't care. And I'm just like, bro, you so many times I have to speak out of term and call him certain things and just accuse him, like, because he just won't get it sometimes. And it's, bro, no, I don't care about your questions. That has nothing to do with what I'm saying. The girl broke down, started crying, and did not want to be on camera anymore. Walks out of shot. Visibly upset, audibly upset. Says, I'm done, and walks away. Let's not use that. For some reason, he just didn't see the issue in that. To the point where I have to continuously tell him that he needs to have some level of journalistic integrity. He is still viewing this stuff as he's just some kid from the hood posting on YouTube. And I'm trying to explain to him that, yo, at some point you have to realize that you have surpassed that. We have to move professionally. We have to move as a business. Whether he likes it or not, he is a journalist. Gotta have some journalistic integrity. I don't know, hood reporters or street interviewers, whatever you want to call us, gets to a point where you gotta take this shit serious and move a certain way. And I'm way too passionate and I care way too much about the stuff that I do to ever put myself in a compromising position or jeopardize my reputation and credibility. So these are a lot of the conversations we're having. And I know, like, it might seem like I'm just nitpicking at little things, but honestly, I had something bad to say about damn near everything he did. And I can see why he was getting frustrated with that, because he had been doing this for so long, and here I come out the blue just attacking him every day. But it's not because I just disliked what he was doing. It was, bro, I am trying to be the best. Perfection is not easy to achieve, but why not strive towards it? Let's move with some integrity. Let's not offend people. Let's not exploit people. The name of the game is exploitation already, so let's dial it back and try to, move as cool as we can throughout this. Let's navigate this professionally. Every time those conversations occurred, he just keeps talking about money and numbers and what he needs to do and what he needs to achieve and what his goals are and how we need to get there. And I keep telling him, bro, we'll get to 1 million subscribers. We'll get all the accolades and recognition in the world. It's just going to take some time. But his thing is, I don't have time. We got to do it now. So it's not going to happen. Like, bro, like, come on. We can do it. We can just be the best. But whatever. That's neither here nor there, I guess. And I know I'm dragging this on. As these arguments kept going, though, granted, because, I'm leaving out so much. There was so many times I had to tell him, just hit it. Journalistic integrity. You're moving like an idiot. You're moving like a dickhead. That was stupid, bro. You look crazy in the comments. One day, I sent him a reel at 2 a.m. I was working on a video we were doing, the Tiffany interview, which isn't out yet, but it'll be out soon, trust me. I sent him a video at 2 a.m. He uploads the Instagram reel and YouTube short. So I sent him a little clip, a 9x16 video, it might have been 25 seconds or something, I don't know. Part of the Tiffany interview. He uploads it everywhere. And then a couple hours later, posts another phone interview. And my thing then was, bro, you knew I was about to send you a video. I just sent you a clip of it this morning. Puts the video out, and he immediately starts lying in the comments, telling people the video is a week old. People are responding in the comments saying, hey, this can't be a week old. The girl's been in the ICU for 10 days. I'm hitting them up, bro, go delete your comment. You look crazy, you look stupid. Why are you telling people it's a week old? Well, maybe it's not a week old, but 2 weeks is the same thing. And I said, no, bro, that shit is over 4 weeks old. Here's the proof. You uploaded it here, and there. Here are the dates. Here are people commenting. You can see it says 4 weeks ago. He just doesn't care at that point. And I'm telling him, you look crazy right now. It looks like you are lying about the date of this interview. For what? People are telling you in the comments that the girl's been in the ICU on a ventilator for 10 days on life support. Potentially gonna die. Don't exploit somebody's pain, suffering, and all of that just for what? He doesn't see it that way. I'm not changing. I'm not deleting shit. We need the engagement. Bro. So we argue about that, and he starts telling me I'll post what I want on my channel, which he had said several times in the past, which was always annoying to me. But now we're in an argument, and he's doubling down on it. I'll post what I want. I can do what I want. And bro, if you're going to act like Ree, let me know now. We're not doing that. So eventually, enough people are in the comments stating, this can't be a week old. This girl's in the ICU. AML Films has done a video where she said she was preparing for the snow. There's no snow in this video. The video's still up. It's the Amber interview. I'm messaging him, telling him, bro, this is what I was talking about. Some woman on there said, this can't be 2 weeks old. This can't be a week old because she has been here. She's in the ICU. Please don't disrespect this woman. I screenshot that and sent it to him. Bro, look, this is what I was talking about, man. I told you 2 hours ago, just delete your comment saying the video was a week old. You said it 3 times. Three occasions he said it was a week old. I corrected him, said it was 4 weeks old. Then he told somebody it was 2 weeks old. It was just weird. After I had already told him this interview is a month old, not a week, he kept telling people it was a week old and 2 weeks old. And I know it seems like such an insignificant thing. It's just the date of the video. But my thing is, why lie or why misrepresent that? There's nothing to gain from it. It can only hurt us. Lo and behold, people are now accusing you of something in the comments. Could have been avoided if you just deleted your comments. You didn't want to delete the comments because you said it would help engagement. So now we look stupid. Now the channel looks like you are manipulating people into believing something for some kind of gain, because why else do it? And something that he likes to say a lot is, that's one person's opinion. That's one person's opinion. That's 2 people's opinion. Who cares art? And when he just tries to circumvent everything. And when I am able to prove my point, it's not just one person's opinion. It's all of these people. It makes us look bad. It ruins the credibility. His response is, I don't care. I need the money. I've got kids to feed. And it's just like, I'm not here for this. I'm not contributing all of this. Mind you, again, I'm not getting paid. Been working with him for, I don't know, the Dami interview was how long ago? September maybe? It's now January. But I've been consistently working with him since the end of November. It's now the end of January. We got 2 solid months in where I did like 20 interviews. And he just keeps mentioning that. So I tell him, yo, this woman says you disrespected her. You could have just deleted your comments. His response is, I don't care what she says. A guy under her says that I didn't disrespect her. So blah, blah. And I'm like, bro, that's not the point. What are you even talking about? I said that you saying this in the comments is going to make us look bad and that people will assume something. I show you proof that people are assuming something. Your response is that somebody else in the comments argued with that person. This woman said we're disrespecting Amber by lying about the date. I don't care if somebody else told that woman that you're not. They're defending you, whatever. Does that even matter? No. Anyways, the conversation continues, the argument blows up, and he just keeps telling me, I'll post what I want on my channel. I can do what I want with my content. And I'm telling him, all right, that's great. The videos I work on are not your content. I own them all, and you know that. We've had this discussion on numerous occasions. I retain ownership of all the footage I shot. Number 1, I haven't been paid. Legally, it's mine. Maybe we can make an argument that I licensed this stuff to him to post, which I didn't, but whatever. I showed up with my equipment. I shot some stuff. I edited it. He's just posting it on his YouTube page, but none of this stuff is his. Not his camera. He didn't work the cameras. He didn't do any of this. To me, he has as much right as the people being interviewed to ownership, which is 0%. And I've told him that. So I know I'm a little all over the place, and I'm not even sure if I'm going to edit this video properly because I don't know how long this is so far. And I don't, it's so much going on. I know I'm trying to align my thoughts and break down collectively 4 months of history, but it's more like 2 months into a short form video and just highlight what has been occurring. Long story short though, man, the end of this all was I took a breather. I ignored him for 2 days and contacted him and said, hey, if I'm going to keep working with you, we got to do things this way. Otherwise, I'm out. I'm not willing to compromise, especially considering I'm not work for hire. I am doing all this and I'm spending money. I'm losing money, putting myself and my equipment at risk. If I'm going to continue this, it's got to be at a certain standard. I am not willing to compromise that whatsoever. His response was, okay, if that's how you feel, then step. And I told him, okay, if I leave, my work comes with me. I'm not going to let you continue to have these videos that I did, that I own, so that you can profit off of them in perpetuity. You haven't paid me for them. Why would I let you keep them? He gets mad at that. We start arguing. He's telling me, I'm not taking shit down. You remove. Because I'm telling him, take my videos down. I'm done at this point. Yo, I'm done, bro. It was cool. Sorry. I can't do this anymore. He tells me he's not taking the videos down. He tells me to do it. Yo, if you want the videos down, you take them down. Go ahead and contact YouTube. And I said, all right, no problem. I'm definitely going to fill out the copyright submission shit. No problem at all. I don't like the way you are moving. I'm not going to let you do, because I know how he's going to move once I'm gone. I've prevented him from doing so much stupid shit on the channel so far. I know if he has free reign and the way he is so desperate for a check, he's inevitably going to make himself look stupid. I'm not gonna let you do that while my work that represents me is on the same channel. You going nah, don't compromise my image. So we get into an argument. He accuses me of being shady, says that he alludes to the fact that the videos are his, even though they're not. And we have discussed that numerous of times. Like, we've discussed that he will never have ownership of the videos. All the footage is mine. So, I don't know. If you made it this far in the video, I guess I'm sorry if this video is long. I'm sorry that the video is this long. I just want to try to get it all out there now so I don't have to keep readdressing this in the future. I'll just refer people back to this because I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I don't want anyone to think that me working with ATM Fox is the first I've ever cared about homeless people. I have family members who are addicted to drugs. My dad has been a crackhead my entire life. I have some of my closest friends have overdosed and died. I've spent time in a rehab facility. Not that I use drugs. I've never used a drug a day in my life other than drink. All I do is drink. But this stuff does impact me, you know? I have a history of helping homeless people and addicts. Throughout 2000 to 2001 during the pandemic, me and my friend Carly were running around South Jersey feeding homeless people, getting them supplies and stuff, to the point where I had an Amazon wish list, and I had contacted an old teacher, and she got some other teachers involved, and friends and family, and people just on Facebook. We got a lot of stuff done. The Amazon wish list had stuff like the foil blankets, the thermal blankets, tents, portable grills, lanterns, torches and stuff, food, wet wipes, hand warmers because it was freezing cold. I made hundreds of sandwiches, going through boxes of sandwich bags in my kitchen, to the point where we even got a restaurant in North Wildwood a part of this. I believe it was the Inlet. I'll have to double back and check again because it's been so long since that occurred. Contacted one of my friends and said, hey, I work in the kitchen at this restaurant. We're able to help the owners like to help the less fortunate. So we even had a restaurant preparing food for us and giving us huge trays of stuff, running around Camden by the transportation center and going into Philly and helping some of the people we seen on the street. The only thing is, never turned the camera on. So my point with that is, I do have a history of helping the less fortunate and trying to play my part to save society or whatever this is. So I'm not sure where I'll take this in the future. Now that I'm already knee deep in this, to the point where, I already have a relationship with some of the addicts and homeless people in Kensington. I've already been putting in all the legwork for this stuff. All I need is somebody to ask some questions for 20 minutes? Who knows? Who knows where this will go? In the meantime, all the videos will be posted on my channel and hopefully taken down from anywhere where a person will wrongfully profit from them. I know that some of you watching will see this and feel like I stole them from ATM Fox, or that he has some kind of right to ownership of these videos, and that's not the case. Again, me and him, I did as much work as him plus more. I showed up with my cameras and was recording that I paid for. I have $15,000 worth of equipment that I walk around Kensington with, not including the stuff that I need at home to work on this stuff. I've paid for some of these interviews. I'm talking to these people, getting them resources and offering them. I'm the one with the connections to the rehabs and the counselors that work for some of these outpatient places. They're not his videos. It is what it is. So I guess any of you can feel how you feel. I guess the upside to this is thankfully I didn't send him all the interviews. I have some exclusive ones that may or may not be put out. So, hey, thank you for tuning in, I guess. I'm going to do my best to refrain from trying to redo this video. I'm going to keep it authentic and just put this out there or whatever. So, if you're watching, cool. Let's run these numbers up, I guess. Let's generate a fan base so I can try to help and do my part. I've invested so much time and energy and effort into this. I may as well continue it. So, I don't know. I guess this is the beginning of ATM art. Peace. Thanks for tuning in. By the way, dude Ryan that's in this video right here, I'm the one who organized and set that video up. I know him. I was in rehab with him for 4 months. Close friend of mine. This video wasn't paid for. He was happy to shoot this one. I speak to him a couple times a week. Close friend of mine. Great guy. Great guy. Anyways, Yeah, man. I don't know. Peace out, YouTubes. Salute. Thank you for tuning in.